Welcome to Mountain Mama, a family lifestyle channel. My name is Mary Silverberg. I am 56 years old. I have 6 grown children, 3 boys and 3 girls. 2 of them are married, and I have 3 grandchildren, 2 little boys and 1 baby girl, and it's fabulous. It's so exciting. I have been a homemaker, a homeschool teacher, a stay-at-home mom for most of my adult life. However, that situation changed about a year and a half ago, and I began to consider ways that I might re-enter the workforce. So on today's episode, I am sharing 10 ways that I use to prepare myself to re-enter full-time paid employment. The first thing I did was research. I was going for a job as a flight attendant. It's something that I wanted to do when I was younger, but I didn't do. And I wasn't sure if it was attainable at this point in my life. So I did a lot of research on YouTube about becoming a flight attendant. I watched a channel called Fly with Stella. Stella is a flight attendant and she's amazing. She's very informative, super entertaining, and I learned a lot about that job from her. I also wanted to have a YouTube channel. And I thought these two things would go very well together because I was thinking I could encourage other women who went after a job later in life that they wanted to do when they were younger, but they didn't. So I had those two things in mind, flight attendant and a YouTube channel. And I did get hired. I went on an interview. I got hired as a flight attendant. It was contingent upon going to training and completing and graduating from training. And so these 10 things were geared towards preparing myself for that job. I didn't end up taking that job because in the end I thought it wasn't the best job for me at this stage in my life. And I was thankful that I did the research because that helped me to make that decision. But the things that I did helped me in the job that I did take, and they are helping me in my YouTube channel, all except for one thing, which will become obvious to you when I share it to you. But researching the job I was going after, I felt like that was very, very important and very helpful. I went to my chiropractor. I had not been in years, and one of my concerns about going back to work was my lower back. I could not stand for any length of time, even for a couple of minutes, without having pain in my lower back. And I was afraid that this would prohibit me from any kind of job. So I mentioned this to him, and he said that if I was having that kind of pain, it was because my lower back was weak and it needed to be strengthened. And he gave me some simple strength training exercises that I could do on an exercise ball, simply balancing myself, sitting down on that ball, and I did that while I was watching TV. And I was really surprised. After a couple weeks, my back was much improved. I was able to stand for 5-10 minutes at a time. And as I continued doing those simple balancing on the ball while sitting down watching TV exercises, my back got much, much stronger. And now I work for hours and hours standing, and my lower back does not bother me. So I would encourage you, if you're having any kind of issues with your spine, to see a good chiropractor. And if you're in the Colorado Springs area, I will link my chiropractor in the description box below. He's awesome. Anyway, I went to see my chiropractor. Exercise. One of my goals was to get stronger. I really felt like I needed to be stronger to have a full-time job. And so I began an exercise program, which was mainly walking. I walked. And then I added little dumbbell weights to my walk, and I walked some more. I also did push-ups on my steps because I knew I needed to build some upper body strength. So I did a lot of push-ups on the steps. I also continued sitting, balancing on the exercise ball while I was watching TV or while I was reading or while I was on my phone. Those 3 things really helped improve my strength physically. They helped me emotionally. They helped me to lose weight, which helped me to feel better physically and emotionally. Exercise. It was very important for me. Eating healthy and losing weight. So I didn't feel like I needed to lose weight to get the job as a flight attendant, but I did want to. And I knew that if I ate better, that I would naturally lose weight, especially with exercising. And so that's what I did. I began a program to eat healthier while I was exercising, and I naturally dropped the weight. Now I say naturally because it came off because I was eating right and I was making the effort to exercise. And I made a video on how I lost 20 pounds, and I will link that video in the description box below. But eating healthy, it helped me to feel so much better. It helped me to look better, which made me feel even better. It helped me to be regular every day, and just all around made an improvement in my lifestyle. Eating healthy and exercising. Exercising my brain. Yes, I wanted to exercise my brain in order to improve my cognitive skills and my mental health. And I felt like I hadn't been using my brain much lately, and so I wanted to exercise it in ways that I hadn't been doing previously. So this is what I did. I started memorizing things. I figured as a flight attendant there would be a lot of memorization and training. And so I thought, well, what could possibly be in that training? And I thought, well, geography for one thing. So I began memorizing the states and where they were on the map, the countries and where they were on the map, the capitals and where they were on the map. And I watched a lot of YouTube videos. There's a lot of these for children where they're put to music and they help you to memorize things. So I did that. I also read an EMT training manual because I figured that was standard. Like, I didn't want to learn anything and learn it wrong, but I figured that was a standard procedure. So I read and studied that manual. I began watching documentaries or things on YouTube that I wasn't interested in, that were to me boring, and I would force myself to focus on them as if I was going to be tested on that material afterwards. And then one other thing I did was my daily Bible reading. I would read a chapter out loud, and I would challenge myself to read the entire chapter without making one single reading mistake. Now, I didn't always do that, but sometimes I did, and I felt like I was getting better at it as I did that. And so those were things like that. Those were things that I did and things like that to help improve my brain power and my mental strength and exercise my brain. A resume. I needed to write a resume and bring a couple copies with me to my flight attendant interview, and I didn't have one. I had been a homemaker for most of my adult life, so it was a little bit challenging to write a resume, but I was able to come up with what I thought was a good one, and it must have been at least adequate because I did get offered a job as a flight attendant. And I will link a video in the description box below on how I wrote my resume. You'll be able to look at it and see what I put on it, and hopefully that'll be helpful for you as well. But now I have a resume. Mary Kay. I became a Mary Kay consultant, not because I wanted to sell Mary Kay, but I knew I'd be going back to work and I'd be wearing makeup every day, especially if I was a flight attendant, and I wanted the discount on that makeup. So I've always liked Mary Kay products. They're excellent products, and I knew for consultants that they offer a very, very good discount. So I became a consultant. I will link a couple of videos in the description box below about the kit, about the products. Recently, I found that I didn't need any more products. I had plenty, so I became inactive. And then yesterday, I just placed my first order after maybe 6 months, and there was no reactivation fee. It was great. So I think what I'll do now is just order once or do a big order once or twice a year and get all the basics and still take advantage of that discount for myself and for my girls. And it works great. I love it. I became a Mary Kay consultant. I got my teeth whitened. I'm a coffee drinker. I'm a soda drinker. I was not happy with the way my teeth looked. I tried using expensive toothpaste. I got a little bit of improvement, but not enough to be satisfied. So I went to my dentist here in Colorado Springs and had them bleached. And if you're in the area, she's an awesome dentist. I will link her in the description box below. But I'm really glad I went to her because I had considered going to a mall kiosk where they whiten your teeth with some kind of laser lights or with lights, and bam, you're over and done with it. But like I said, I'm really glad I went to my dentist because I was kind of afraid of getting something done to my teeth in the mall. And she was offering a special where if I got my teeth cleaned, I think it was $150 for the whole whitening process. And what she did was she made a mold of my teeth, and then she made clear plastic retainer type looking things. And then she gave me the bleach solution that I would put in there every day and wear them for 30 minutes to 2 hours every day for 2 weeks. And then after that was done, I was very satisfied with the way they looked. And then I just do that once a month. I had enough solution left that I could put that in once a month for a whole year and upkeep it because I drink coffee and soda almost every day. So I feel like that was a really good fit for me. And then when I'm out of that bleach solution, I can just buy more from her. I don't have to buy the whole thing. I can just buy the bleach from her. So I'm very happy with the way my teeth look. I'm very happy that I went to my dentist to have that done. And that was just a really good investment for me. Wardrobe. I began to work on my wardrobe. And I began watching YouTube channels on fashion and beauty, and I will link a couple in the description box below that I found to be very helpful. But I knew going back to work, I would most likely have to have a wardrobe to wear for work. And if I was a flight attendant, I would have to have something appropriate to wear to training, which was going to be, the first part of it was going to be a month long. So I began studying fashion. I began studying what colors look good on me. And I also had a little bit of money to spend on clothes, where in the past I hadn't had that much because I was a stay-at-home mom with 6 children. But that was fine because that was a dream come true. I was loving it. All the fun and love and just family life has been awesome. But even though I work at Walmart now and I really don't put much effort into what I wear to work, I do for my YouTube channel. And so I find that it's been very helpful to spend a little time working on my wardrobe. Passport. I applied and received a passport. Now this was specifically required for the flight attendant job, and I wanted to have it when I went on my interview so that when they asked me, do you have a passport? I could say, yes, I do have a passport. And several of the other women that I was talking with did not have theirs yet. They were intending on getting it. So I thought that was very helpful. I thought it made me look very intentional, very serious about getting the job. And even though I don't need a passport right now, you never know. Maybe I will have the opportunity to use it. These are the 10 ways that I use to prepare myself for returning to the workforce. They've all been very helpful with the exception of the passport. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Please let me know in the comments below, what is your dream job? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.